Good evening, people. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a slightly condensed show due to the return of the Champions League and the Carabao Cup. For those of you who are interested in that, yeah, joining me today is Abib once again, our resident FPL expert, wildcard expert. It would seem this week. How are you doing, Abib?
I'm good, Rushdie. Just looking forward to the greatest cup competition in the world starting, and United
Which
will
one?
will, will, will kick us off in that.
On penalties.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So yeah, in terms of fantasy, the past game week, quite a lot of people use their wild card, including
Mm,
us. I
yeah,
see for you, you got like, was it 81 points or 80
80.
points?
Yes,
And
80
I
points.
got basically half your score. So two different strategies, clearly.
Mm.
But yeah, are you happy with your decision?
Yeah, very happy. I see the average points for the week wasn't that high. It was also nice to see that the players that I had originally still scored quite a few points for me. So my
Yeah.
decision to keep them has been vindicated, even though Onana, I don't think is a really good goalkeeper. He scored, I think, 13 or 15 points.
13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
13 points. So he scored a decent amount of points for me. Cucurella scored decent amount as well. Leaf Davis came to the party at last. We thought that
He
his
was on my
assists,
bench.
yeah, we thought the assists were we was going to score a lot of points,
Yeah.
but they actually kept a clean sheet, which
Yeah,
was
but
a bit
that's why
surprising,
I put him
especially
on my
against
bench.
Brighton.
I
Mm,
saw
that's
Brighton
what.
away. I was like, let me
Mm,
rather leave him on the bench. I didn't expect this goalless draw in
mm.
that game.
Yeah, and Ipswich are one of
Yeah.
those teams that they've come up with that they want to play their own way. They won't adjust,
Yeah.
so they'll go down trying rather than change. And yeah,
Yeah.
they got the draw surprisingly. Because Brighton have
Yeah.
actually had a very
A
good
big
start
point
this
for
season.
them. Big point for them.
Yeah, and good for them. I mean, to me, last season as well, the newly promoted teams they really
Yeah.
struggled. I think
Yeah.
after the four games, the three promoted teams last season only had 1 point between the three of them. This year, it's not much better. They have
Yeah.
four, but so they need to pick up points.
Yeah. It's very low. Yeah.
Mm,
This was the team of the week basically.
yeah.
So you can see actually there's actually a lot of names that you wouldn't find
Mm,
in most people's teams, like Aina, Mario from Wolves,
mm,
Lamina, McNeil from Everton. I mean, I wonder where's him. Such
yeah.
a random pick.
Uh, he's been so irrelevant for like 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. And then, but he's actually, I like Lamina from Wolves. He's a decent
Mm,
squad player. Yeah,
yeah.
but the front three, though, Watkins, Mateta, and Haaland, I think a lot of people are waiting for Mateta to come to and find some form after the
Watkins as
Olympics.
well. I actually sold
Watkins,
Watkins,
yeah, Watkins as well,
and
yeah.
he's come good at last.
And I think his value dropped before this game week, so because
Yes,
people
so I
weren't
mean,
sure if he was
mm,
going to start because of he was a
mm,
slight doubt.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean, yeah, obviously due to the number of transfers out, his price dropped slightly. I'm a
yeah.
bit aggrieved now that I sold him, but it is what it is.
And you can see the three midfielders, McNeil, Lamina, and Didi. Didi
Mm,
has 8 points only, and he was amongst in the team of the week. So that just
yeah,
shows the amount of midfielders that didn't perform
and you
in
can
this
see
past
as
game week.
well, like normally the team of the week, the defenders and the goalkeeper don't normally get that many points.
That many, yeah.
That's a lot. I mean,
It's,
that's what
yeah,
50, 56 between not 56 is Aina as well. That's
yeah,
64 points
yeah,
between the
yeah.
back
And there was
four and the
two,
goalkeeper. That's a
two
lot.
penalty saves. Yeah, two
Yeah,
penalty saves on the same weekend is very rare.
yeah. That's
And
a that's a that's a
Edison
lot.
got an assist also.
Yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, I mean, they conceded, so
Yeah,
that
so
cancels these
swings and
points.
roundabouts.
Yeah, so that is about it for the past game week. Let's go to the fixtures for the next game week quickly. So the next game week, quite a tricky one. Is there anything you want to say about any of the results of the past um,
Of course.
week?
Of course, I want to talk about Liverpool's result. So I didn't
Okay,
watch a lot of it. I only tuned in when I saw that Forest had scored. And I was
okay.
then I thought to myself, hey, I need to watch this game now.
What minute was
It
it?
was
70 odd, huh? early
I think it was
70s, I
like
think. Yeah,
72nd or something minute, and then
yeah.
all of a sudden I got interested in the Liverpool game, but they never really threatened that lot. That's from what I saw. Look, I'm quite limited
No,
on what I, but yeah, urgency really.
the truth is, both teams were very bad in the final third.
Mm,
Like
mm,
Forest, besides the goal, before that, they were doing absolutely nothing. Also in the game, Ellison,
mm,
I don't think he did anything. And then,
mm,
but obviously, the plan was very clear. I said in the previous show that Hudson Odoi and Elanga is very dangerous on the counter attacks because they can
yeah.
travel from A to B with pace.
Mm.
But
But
surprisingly, they were both on the bench. So clearly, his plan was to wait until the second half, and then as we got
mm.
more desperate, he would bring them on to cause us trouble. And that's
do you,
exactly what they did.
do you feel like the good result has now been undone, but just by this?
Not yet. Not. I think if we don't win the following weekend,
Mm.
and then I think so because
Yeah, because
it's two
I mean,
back home games.
Liverpool had. I mean, obviously they had a very good start. They've had one of the easier run-ins
Yeah,
since the start of the season,
on
and
paper.
I mean, if they don't pick up a win in this match, um,
Yeah.
it's going to go from an excellent start to very average
Average.
in
Yeah,
the space
I
of two
agree.
games.
Yeah.
I don't think it's time to panic, obviously, but
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's one game.
these are the farthest game. That's a type of game that Liverpool need to win. Going to Old
Yeah,
Trafford, it's nice to win there. It's a bonus, but
yeah.
I mean, the farthest game you
Like
should be picking up
like
those points.
you saw City go behind in the Brentford game and they actually
Mm,
struggled for a large portion of the game, but in the end they got the result. The
yeah.
same with Chelsea. Bournemouth actually deserved a point at least from that game, but in
Mm.
the end Chelsea held out. So that is what we
Chelsea,
needed to do.
Chelsea ground those results out. Eh, they're
Yeah,
starting
exactly.
to
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
starting to become a grittier team. Look, I still think it's too early to say what's going to happen to them.
yeah, yeah.
But it looks like they have some. They might just have something going there.
I think they just need time to gel
Mm,
together. Yes, but in
um,
terms of Liverpool, like I think the strange thing was in our previous home game against Brentford,
mm.
our passing accuracy for the entire game was 92%. And
Yeah,
in this
that's
game
extremely high.
alone, it was
Mm.
ridiculous. Like Trent gave the ball away 31 times
For a defender, that
on his
okay, obviously he's a
on
very
his
progressive
own.
defender.
Yeah,
Mm. He's
but
a very
still on his
progressive defender,
own.
but still, yeah, it's too much.
No, but that's ridiculous. So, and then him, Sabozala, and Salah together was like 75 times in total, just
Oh,
the
well,
three
yeah,
of them.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
So that was the problem on the weekend.
Mm.
Every time we came into the final third, it was overheat or underheat.
Mm.
And then Salah would get into a situation where there's a guy free on the edge of the box. And when he tries to lay it back for him to shoot, like basically a free shot at goal, he passes it behind him and then Forrest get the ball and counter attack. There was like
Mm-hmm.
actually literally three occasions like that. So it was
Yeah,
very frustrating.
Nuno is going to build a team that's extremely solid, compact.
Yeah.
Um,
No, yeah,
I
they're
wouldn't want to say,
always they're physical. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he did that with Wolves as well. So I think
Yeah.
Forest might be a tough team to play against because
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. No,
just like Wolves
definitely.
was before. Um,
Yeah.
how did you find the North London derby?
I found it a bit disappointing.
Mm, mm,
Especially the second half, there wasn't that real urgency. I think it's maybe
mm,
Arsenal were just sitting back and waiting for a chance.
mm.
They were a bit more attacking in the first half. But I thought Spurs were very disappointing in the final third.
Yeah.
They didn't test Raya enough. I don't know.
So
The
Lanke had
decision
that one
making,
good
the
chance in the
crossing,
first half.
when they intercepted that pass.
Yes, he took so
Yeah, his first
long.
touch, yes. That just needed to be one touch and shoot. He
You
should open his
can't get
body with the
you're
first
not
touch. You
you're
can't
not
take so long. Yeah.
you can't. And the thing is, he's been playing in the Premier League long enough to know the pace of
Exactly.
the game. That
Yeah.
was that was just bad from him.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, they have another big game this weekend as we'll discuss.
Yep.
So let's start. So West Ham Chelsea,
Mm,
another for me actually a tricky game to call.
yes.
West Ham haven't had the best of starts.
Mm.
They pick up a few draws here and there. I think one win. So and Chelsea, it's away from home. So I expect this one to be a draw though.
Yeah, agree with you. I think West Ham have a good team that way. I must say,
Yeah.
they've gone away from that typical David Moyes
Yeah.
type of team, and they've got some good technical players in. I think yeah, I think that will be a draw. I don't think Chelsea will be too
Yeah,
disappointed with that.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, let's see. Probably a 1-1. But I don't think it's going to be a 3-3 or 4-4. Probably a
Possibly
1-1 or 2-2.
2-2. 1-1, 2-2,
2-2.
yeah.
Yeah. But
I think the first goal will be play a bigger role as well.
mm, yeah,
And then the afternoon games, Aston Villa Wolves should be some points for Watkins owners. You see
yeah,
Rodgers again this week. I don't know if you watch not Rodgers game. Aston Villa vs Everton.
yes,
Once again, this guy had such a good game. He had his one-on-one
no
chance
points.
and no points. And I'm waiting for because every game he has these moments where he has chances to score and it's just not going
Mm.
in.
It's almost like it's almost like a David Silva kind of thing. Like the guys are so good technically, but it's just either the guys aren't putting the chances away or something just
Yeah,
happens. But they make things happen. But
yeah, that
it's
makes
not
things
it's
happen.
not that decisive pass. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
yeah. It's maybe the pass before the assist pass or
And then
something.
unfortunately you get 0 points for
You
that
get nothing.
involvement.
Yeah, it was so frustrating. But yeah, and then the other game, Liverpool Bournemouth. Obviously, we'll look to try to bounce back.
Hey,
I'll
yeah,
keep.
yeah, Liverpool need to bounce back.
Yeah,
I think
I have
it's
trained
quite
and
important.
Salah for that. So yeah, so this is what I wanted to ask you.
Mm,
I think with City versus Arsenal, this is like the first game week where Haaland's captaincy might, in inverted commas,
mm,
come under threat.
yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think, look, we all know Arsenal. Sorry, Arsenal are very good defensively. Even last season, I think City didn't score against Arsenal, did they? I
No,
don't
they
think so.
didn't. The second
But
game was a goalless draw.
was a goal, and the
In the
first
first game,
game
they
was a
lost.
1-0
They
Arsenal
lost the
win.
1. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
the
and I
deflection.
think yeah, and last season Ireland really struggled against Arsenal.
Yeah,
They've built a rock solid defense. Saliba
yeah.
and Gabriel are going to be difficult to get past. Look, I I am. I know your default option is probably to have Ireland as your captain, but yeah, I think people should be second guessing that.
But looking at the game week, where else do you see? Okay, Salah, Bournemouth probably,
Salah, it's
but
such a easy thing to say. Salah,
yeah,
um, maybe a Son can be a good captain. Let me just check
but
the other
Brentford, I
fixtures.
know, are not easy also.
Yeah, but Spurs are playing at home, and I think Spurs are so attack minded that they are going to get chances.
I think Aston
Um,
Villa Wolves potentially, but we don't know
mm,
what Emery is going to do in terms of rotation.
I think this weekend's going to be a difficult one to choose, eh?
Yeah. The
Especially
only thing
considering
is that
that City are playing Arsenal.
the only thing is that Aston Villa is playing tonight, Tuesday night, so there is enough
Mm,
time
yeah,
until Saturday.
with
And
Liverpool
then
are
the
playing. Well,
other,
Liverpool are playing tonight as well.
and we tonight also. But we know
Sure.
Salah will is most likely going to start
But
every
the thing
game.
with the thing with Ireland is if that Arsenal back four is going to have an off day, he's gonna put them away.
Mm, yeah,
He's
but
he's
I
going to
think
put
I think they semi had it off day on Sunday. It's just that Spurs weren't decisive enough in the final third. I don't think
yeah, and then
Arsenal were that good
mm,
on
and then
Sunday, but they
obviously
missed Rice also and Odegaard.
mm,
So,
and then obviously Spurs from set pieces are just useless
oh. But
defensively.
don't you think that was a foul on Romero?
Yeah, it was.
Because I
You
think
you
if he had to fall to the
you see it
ground,
given.
you seen given for less for
Mm,
because he literally had two hands in his back
yeah,
and
but
he
that's the
pushed
thing, man.
forward.
This inconsistency just kills you, man. Like now, I don't know if you noticed, all these players now are getting yellow cards for kicking the
For
ball
kicking the
away
ball away.
because of what
Yeah,
happened
it's
to Rice.
ridiculous.
It's
Yeah,
even if it's like a second after the whistle has been blown. Sometimes you're in the motion of kicking the ball
you're in
already. There's
emotion.
nothing you
Yeah,
can do.
yeah, yeah.
So
But the same
even
thing
they're
happened
not
with
they're not trying to.
Sabozalai.
Mm,
Did you see at the end of but then they didn't give him a yellow. So they're still
okay,
inconsistent with it
there
as
was
well. He
there
should
was
have been
there was
sent
one.
off
Yeah, there was one with Bruno where the ball went out of play on the
for the
line,
line
but
out. Yeah,
the referee didn't even blow his whistle. And then
yeah.
he got a yellow card, and like, okay, maybe he's using that as an excuse, but Bruno was saying
I
you didn't
think
blow your whistle.
I think the ref was saying he was right there by the linesman and the linesman's flag went up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but I
That's
mean,
so that was what they were saying.
are players really looking at the linesman in that situation also?
I
It's
don't think they did.
yeah. So and then and then now obviously in the North London derby, the refs were now just coming down hard on the players. What I think there were like
Yeah.
7 bookings in the first half
In the
alone.
first half, yeah. And
Yeah,
the night before was 14. Well, it
that's
was
it,
in
in
the
the
Chelsea
Chelsea game.
game. And
Crazy.
that referee didn't get the game this week. He's not getting a
Oh
game.
really?
Yeah, Anthony
Oh,
Taylor.
you just lost control.
Yeah, he was giving. You see, once you set the precedent early on of you're gonna
Yeah,
give for everything, and
yeah. You need to be
it's
consistent.
difficult to stop. Yeah,
If you're not
exactly,
gonna give, if you're gonna be rough, if you're gonna be strict, and you need to be stricter for the whole game.
exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, this game week, I don't know. For me, Salah's the on paper. That's all we can
Mm,
go by really, because
mm.
Crystal Palace United. I think it's another draw for me personally.
Ooh, that's that's a,
Palace haven't been great all the season,
mm. Yeah.
but it's a
They're
home game.
missing
It's
Michael
at
Olise.
night. Yeah,
But United aren't playing Europa League. This the Premier European competition is not this week. It
yeah.
starts next week. So, okay, so they are playing. They're playing tonight, so they have a nice break. I think Palace are missing Olise. Um,
Olise.
when I watched United this weekend, look, I think the first half an hour they were lucky. They were dismal in that first
Yeah,
half an hour.
yeah.
But once Southampton missed that penalty,
That
I
penalty.
thought like they controlled the ball the game a bit better than the last
I, I
few
think
few
I think
matches.
because the penalty miss and the first
Mm,
goal was scored like immediately after, I think that just
yeah,
knocked Southampton completely off
yeah,
this stride.
it killed the game. And then Rashford scored like a
Yeah,
couple of minutes after
like
that
a
again.
minute later. Yeah, so that
And then
completely
yeah, so look,
killed.
I think they controlled the game nicely. Obviously, the circumstances.
Yeah,
I mean, they were 2-0 ahead. It helped them, but
mhm,
it was nice to see them just be a bit calm.
yeah.
Um, but I
But
mean, at the end,
obviously, the cliche is that you can't start like that against Palace
yeah, I
because
mean,
Mateta or somebody they will score
yeah, but
if you give them
like
some.
Southampton aren't the greatest team in the Premier League by any stretch of the
They're probably
imagination.
the worst team
Yeah, so I mean, you also
technically. I
can't
think.
read too much into that, but it was nice to see them control the game a bit and
Yeah,
not just try
because
to
in the
put on the
second half,
front all the time.
Southampton hardly had any. I don't think they had a
Yeah, I
chance.
saw that. I don't think they had a shot even in the second half.
Yeah, I think until
Also,
late in the game, the
well,
penalty
it was something
shot
like,
was their last shot.
yeah. I heard that from the commentators, but
Yeah,
yeah, let's see what United do this weekend. It's just it's so it's so difficult to predict what they're going to do.
yeah.
It honestly is. I don't know what to make of them at this moment in time.
We have to just wait and see. But I do think
Yeah.
you can get a result because Palace
Mm,
haven't been Palace of the
yeah.
second half of last season.
Yeah.
But every team needs that game with them. It's a turning point. So obviously you just hope that
Yeah.
it's not when your team plays them.
Yeah. That always happens to United.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. This game week looks. I don't know.
It's a tough one. I think there's going to be some players who
Uh,
are going to score
I,
very
I,
little, and someone's going to get lucky.
yeah, yeah. I think I'll probably just go Salah captain and a differential, maybe a Son
Mm,
or
I was
Solanke or
thinking Son
someone.
as well.
Yeah.
Solanke is still. I don't know what. I don't. I don't really think that Solanke is that great, to be honest. For 65 million, you'd
I think he
expect.
needs a bit more. I think he needs a bit more time. I don't think he's a
People,
65 million player,
people
but
think that like
he's decent.
he's he's not that young even. Eh? He's
Yeah, he's
27.
not young. Yeah, he's
He's
coming to his
so
prime time now.
yeah. You'd have thought he's 23 or 24, but I mean the guy's been around the block. Um,
Yeah,
it didn't
he
work out
was
for
at
him at
us
Chelsea. It
also.
didn't work out at Liverpool either.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a time when he was at Bournemouth where he wasn't great as well. It was only
yeah.
the last couple of
The
seasons where he
last
actually started
season.
scoring.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
And I think in the championship or something he scored as well.
yeah. This game maker's gonna be a very.
It's gonna be very difficult. I
I
wouldn't
don't
want to.
know.
I wouldn't want to give advice, to be honest.
I
I
don't know.
could be
I
made
think
to look like a
just
fool.
Salah captain's my only advice, and even that after last week's result is a bit
Yeah,
dodgy because Bournemouth's gonna come with the same game plan, or
yeah. I
most
mean,
likely.
if it's gonna work again, the same game plan that Forest used, then it might be something that other teams will look at going forward as well. But
Yeah.
now then the onus is going to be on Slot to do something
But
different.
having said that, also part of your game plan, you need Liverpool to have an off day also.
Mm. Yeah, I
So,
mean, look,
like I said, we still had moments if we made the right pass, we score easily, but we
mm,
didn't. So, you need those things to go in your favor
mm,
besides your low block. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, no, agreed.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add?
Um, no, I mean, this is going to be a difficult game week.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a very difficult one to predict.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, don't get again. Don't be too downbeat if you don't score that many points. I think there are going to be a few teams that are going to a few team managers that are going to score
Yeah.
quite a few points, but the majority of us are probably looking at between 40 and 50 points.
Yeah. I think the average probably it's a 45 pointer average
Mm,
this week.
it's going to be a tough game week.
Yeah.
Very
Maybe
tough game
clean
week.
sheets people, some people will get clean
Mm,
sheets somewhere. I
mm.
don't know where, but somewhere.
I would assume I would look
But yeah.
out. Another captain to look at might be Alexander Arnold. If Liverpool
I
going to
think
keep a
as a
clean
different.
sheet, mm,
I don't think so. I think Bournemouth has
you don't think
Semenyo.
so? Liverpool
Last
only
week I
conceded
would.
one goal this season.
Yeah, we only got one goal, but I don't know. I don't know about the clean sheet at this stage.
Mm.
I think we can, but Bournemouth do have on the counter attack Semenyo. They do have players that can hurt you. So
Can look at Leaf
it's
Davis
a, it's a,
from
it's a, it's a
Ipswich,
potential. It's a potential.
or, or even Leaf Davis from Ipswich. If they can keep a clean sheet and they can get an assist or something, that might be a good one.
Mm, Davis. Yeah, he's definitely starting for me. But
Yeah.
I
Definitely
can.
against
I
Southampton.
mean, this
But
game for Southampton, it's a must. I mean, if they're not going to win at home against Ipswich, when are they going to win?
you're talking about a
So,
must win for Southampton. What about Everton? They have they were in big trouble, eh?
yeah. But Everton, at least in two games, they took the lead twice. So there's still something to work with. Obviously, defensively, they need to tighten up having gone it. Like even the Villa game,
Yeah.
they had some good passages of play.
But yeah,
When it
I
was
worry
2
for Everton.
like Calvert Lewin, when it was 2-1, he had a chance that he missed.
Mm, but I worry for Everton. Eh?
Um,
Imagine going to a
I
new
think
stadium and in the
they'll,
championship.
yeah. I think
No,
they will be like 15th or something in the end. I
I
don't
think
think they will go down.
like last season, they will be lucky because the
These three
teams
worst
that got
teams.
relegated, yeah, the teams that got
Yeah,
relegated are so poor.
yeah.
I mean, last
I
season
think
those teams
all,
the teams that came up
yeah,
that went straight down,
yeah.
they were bad.
I do think Ipswich and Leicester might be able to put some form together. Some
Mm,
because I'm like Ipswich haven't been that bad.
mm.
Not that, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
I was thinking the other day as well that Spurs start as all of a sudden not been that great.
Okay, yeah. I think it's
Okay,
4 points
they've
from
lost
4
against
games.
Newcastle and they look like they've lost against Newcastle and Everton. I mean, and Arsenal.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
those are two
Anyone
tough
can
games.
lose
But
against them. Yeah,
yeah, but on paper it doesn't look that good.
yeah. But yeah, anyway, I think I'll speak more on Thursday about we'll speak about you City, Arsenal, United, Palace
Mm,
in the week. We'll know by then obviously who played in the European games and so forth.
yeah,
Yeah.
I see United are
Yeah.
resting a few players, so which is good.
Mm.
We'll see. I think they're gonna play a
Finally.
three-man mid. They'll actually play
Yeah.
a proper three-man midfield tonight with Ugarte,
Even even
Eriksen, and
Onana's not
Casemiro.
playing.
Yeah, I think that should have
Yeah.
happened a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Yeah.
That guy, a disaster. He's not even that good with his feet. Do you know that? He's okay with his feet.
I think he
But
is good.
he's not amazing. Like
Yeah.
if your goalkeeper is that bad at saving shots, you'd expect him to be like the best
Yeah.
passing goalkeeper in the world.
But he does make very good saves also. He's just not the I don't think he's under the reliable category because sometimes
That's
it'll go next to his foot in the poles, like you know what I mean? Or he'll fumble it or something.
he just looks flashy to me. Like
Yeah.
like makes his saves look that much
It's
harder
like a
than what it actually
Kune,
is.
like Itoe
Yeah,
Kune. Yeah.
like African goalkeepers have this tendency to fly through
Yeah.
the air when
Yeah.
it's just a simple save.
For the
But
cameras.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for the cameras. But
Yeah.
okay, look at least he kept a clean sheet against
Clean
Southampton.
sheet.
He
Yeah. And
saved
he
the
saved the
penalty and
penalty.
actually turned the game
Yeah.
around.
He played his part. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's time to get to Carabao and Champions League
Definitely Carabao.
action.
Very excited for that.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Smash the like button, guys. Comment, subscribe. We'll see you again on Thursday for a weekend preview show. Until then, enjoy the football. Cheers.
Cheers. Goodbye.